Okay, friends, let's start dealing with today's session. Today, we would be starting with the topic work, power, energy. And in this topic, we would be discussing the details of the concept of work today. Okay, how we define work. So, let's proceed further to define work over here. So, basically, when you apply force to some object and that object gets displaced, so action done on an object that displaces the object, we call it as work. Okay, so in that case, work is done. Please make a note of this slide before we proceed further. These slides you can see they are self-explanatory. Slowly we will get into the details of critical cases of work done. Hopefully you have noted this. So we move ahead. So again I repeat, whenever you apply force to an object and the object gets displaced, then we say work is done. Yeah, so people say they have noted it down. So let's proceed further. Okay, fine. So then when we talk about this work in terms of, in technical terms, in form of an equation, we can always put work as, the product of force and distance or displacement. To be more specific, don't use this word distance, use displacement, because displacement means work, it's a vector quantity, and force is also a vector quantity, and their dot product is work. So work is a scalar quantity. Please make a note of this again. So hopefully I have noted this down. Let's proceed further then. Say for example, if I want work, to be found out, so I would be using this equation, work is equal to force into displacement. Say for example, the force of 1000 Newton or 100 Newton is being applied and that displaces this object by 10 meter, then you can estimate work done as 100 into 10 equal to 1000 joules. Please make a note of this example also, how we estimate work done in simple cases. Okay, hopefully noted down. So people say they have noted it down. We will move ahead then, friends. Okay, fine. Let's talk about some critical cases. So work is done, remember, only when the displacement occurs. Now, when I say displacement occurs, work is done only when displacement occurs. What it means? You are applying force to a wall, but the wall doesn't move. It doesn't get displaced. So in this formula, you can see the displacement is zero. So any force you apply 1000 Newton, but multiplied by zero, it will be zero. In that case, work done will be zero. So that's why the statement comes into picture. Work is only done when the displacement occurs. Please make a note of it. Okay, so hopefully most of you say done. Let's proceed then. All right. So let's talk about few critical cases. Okay, so no displacement means zero work. That's what we have discussed right now. Okay, then important parameter over here, only the component of force which is parallel to the displacement will count towards work. So here specifically we are talking about if the force is not applied in a horizontal manner, if it is applied in an inclined manner, then you will have to resolve that force into two components. So which component will be effective while calculating work over here? The component of force which is parallel to the displacement. Please make a note of this slide, very, very important. Yeah, I believe you are done with it. So most of you say done. Let's proceed then. Yeah. Let's move ahead, friends. So only here you can see what we said is being presented in form of a diagram. If the force applied is inclined in this manner and you resolve it into two components, one along y, other along x, So only X component will be counted towards work because the object is getting displaced along X axis only. Make a note of it, friends. So these are self-explanatory slides which will help you in solving critical problems on work. Yeah, I believe things are noted down and you all are comfortable with this. So we move ahead then, friends. Okay, let's proceed further. Yeah. So when I say work done, now here you can see if theta is that angle of inclination, inclined force with respect to horizontal. So theta is the angle from the horizontal. Then we will put this as work is FD and which component? So Fx. So Fx will be worked out as F cos theta. Adjacent to theta is the cosine component and therefore only F cos theta is effective, friends. Please make a note of this equation as well. Hopefully I've noted this down. So let's proceed further. So here you can see when I talk about this component cos theta, you can see if theta is 0, cos 0 will be 1. Put the value of theta as 0, cos 0 will be 1. And then the formula will be work is equal to force into displacement. For the force which is applied only along x-axis. Had it been applied in an inclined manner, then this theta comes into picture. Please make a note of it. Okay, I believe you have understood the concept of how to estimate work done in critical cases. We want to see few more critical cases over here to think about how we calculate work done. Okay, so here can I say force is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity, and cos theta. So force, displacement, and cos theta. Can I say it's a dot product of force and displacement? Dot product of two vector quantities is a scalar quantity and therefore work is a scalar quantity, friends. Let's see, it's being shown in the subsequent slides and have a look at it. Say for example, okay, in the previous equation, the box was supposed to be moved along x, but you are applying force on y axis. So then what is theta in this case? Theta is 90 and cos 90 for the vertical force would be 0. In that case, the work done becomes 0. You can see you apply force along y-axis and you expect the displacement along x-axis, then the work done will be 0. Please make a note of it. Okay, I believe the concept is clear to you people, and I did talk about how work can be considered as the dot product of force and displacement. Let's have a look at it. So work is a scalar quantity because it's a dot product of force and displacement. It can be positive or negative depending upon the circumstances. Now we want to discuss those circumstances. Before we do that, please make a note of this. Hopefully you have noted this down. Let's proceed further. When do we say work is positive? If the applied force is in the same direction as that of displacement. That means you're applying force in say along positive x-axis and the displacement is also taking along positive x-axis. Then such work will be called as positive work. Please make a note of it. Once you are done with it, let me know so that we can move ahead. Then the next case will be what is the negative work? Yeah, so most of you say done. So we have discussed what positive work is. So if the direction of the force and the displacement is same, we will call it as positive work. So then what is negative work, friends? So you can see if I apply a reverse force, I'm obstructing the displacement, then that work is negative work. So you can see if the force is applied in the direction opposite to that of displacement, then that work will be negative work. So here you can see there are two persons, one is doing positive work, the other is negating that work. Okay, so make a note of the definition of negative work, friends. Please make a note. Okay, hopefully things are pretty clear till here. Let's proceed further then. Okay, so now the concept of positive work and negative work is clear to you, I believe. Okay, so if work is positive, we will put it as plus, and if it is negative, we will put it as minus. Okay, this is something which you know very well. So let's talk about specifically work done by a force acting obliquely, right? I want to discuss this in greater details. Case 1. Okay, let's say case 1. When the force is acting at an angle theta with that of the direction of the motion. So say for example, the motion is along positive x-axis. The force is being applied in an inclined manner, making angle theta with this direction of the motion. So in that case, if you observe, friends, the direction of the force is inclined. You can see the force being directed in this direction. Theta is the angle with the direction of motion. So we can just put these directions, the direction of force and direction of motion, in Cartesian sign conventions along x and y axis. So let's estimate then what is the work done in this case. Right. So let's proceed, towards a complete slide. So in that case, work done. Okay, before I talk about work done, please make a note of it. Then we proceed further. Hopefully you have noted down this slide so that we proceed. What we have done over here is we have depicted the direction of motion along positive x-axis. Obviously, then we will put the direction of the force as well over here. Let's move ahead. Okay. So case 1, so we were talking about what the work done is. So if this is the direction of force, it's making angle theta with x-axis. So theta is the angle between the direction of motion and the direction of force. So we know cos theta is what? Based upon hypotenuse. So cos theta will be fx upon f. So fx will be f cos theta then. So work done is force into displacement. But which force? Fx. Fx is f cos theta to s. So ultimately you get the formula for the work done in an inclined case as fs cos theta. Please make a note of this formula. Once you are done with it, let me know so that we proceed further. Yeah, so most of you say done. Let's proceed further then. Case 2, you can see when the force is applied perpendicularly to the direction of the motion, then the work done will be zero. Say for example, here you can see the direction of the motion is this one, and the force which is being applied by the luggage on the person is along y-axis. In that case, if you observe, along y-axis is the direction of force, and this is the direction of motion. The angle between the two directions is 90 degrees. So put cos theta as cos 90, and we all know cos 90 is 0. So work done in this situation would be 0. Please make a note of it. Very, very important slide. Yeah, hopefully you have noted this down, friends. And I believe things are pretty clear till here, right? So let's move ahead then. So this is case 2 when the work done would be 0, friends. Okay, let's proceed further. Okay, so here also, which are the practical cases where the work done would be zero. Say for example, we have studied circular motion. And circular motion, you can see the object is moving along the circumference of the circle. This is the direction of centripetal force, the force which is directed along the radius towards the center. And say, for example, this is the direction of the motion. If I draw a tangent at this point, so what's the angle between the two directions? You can see it's 90 degrees. So when theta is 90, work done is zero. That's what we have seen. So between the radius and tangent, the angle is 90. So whenever a body moves in circle, you need to know that the work done will be zero. Always remember, for circular motion, the work done is zero. Please make a note of it. Once you are done with it, let me know so that we move ahead, friends. Okay, fine. So let's proceed further. So this is one case where the work done is zero. Okay, let's talk about these cases. Okay, where say from the well the water is being lifted with the help of a pulley arrangement, friends. Okay, that's the picture showing. So here in this case, you can see the force which is being applied by this person on the rope is inclined one, and it's being transmitted in a vertical direction with the help of a pulley. All right, so the force will be upwards, the displacement is upwards, the work is positive, and the angle between the two directions, you can see the force is also upwards, the displacement is upwards, theta is 0, cos 0 will be 1, and the work done will be Fs into 1. So we can put work done as force into displacement in such situation. So while lifting water, even if the force applied by the person is inclined, because of the pulley arrangement, what we have done, the force and displacement are in the same direction, leading to positive work. Please make a note of this slide. Yeah, I believe you have noted it down. So most of you are giving me a feedback that you're done with it. So let's proceed further. Okay, fine. So obviously I said work is positive in the previous slide. Whenever the force is applied in the same direction to that of the direction of motion, the work done is always positive. Again, make a note of it, friends. So this is an example of positive work, okay? Practical example of positive work where the bucket of water is being lifted from the well with this particular arrangement. Yeah. Okay. I believe you have understood this case of positive work. So let's proceed further then. Okay, had it now. If you want to leave it down, okay, we want to put the bucket down, okay, so then in that case what you are going to do, you are not going to apply this force. So what will happen, the bucket will move down in the direction of force of gravity because of its weight. So now the direction of force and the direction of displacement are opposite. You can see the force is along negative y-axis, the displacement is along positive y-axis, and the angle between the two vectors is 180. And we know cos 180 will be minus 1. So put cos 180 as minus 1, and you get the force as minus F into S. Such work will be called as negative work. So you can see when a force applied in the opposite direction of the motion, the body, then the work done will be always negative. Please make a note of it. Okay, most of you say done, then we will proceed further. So in a way, from this topic, work, power, energy, we are discussing work in greater details. Okay. So let's summarize what we have studied today. So first point about today's study, work done will be always given as force into displacement. It's a dot product of force and displacement, therefore it's also mentioned as FSFD cos theta. Obviously the unit will be Newton meter, or you also call it as Joule. Okay, work done positive, it's positive. Okay, make that word correct. It acts in the direction of motion, force acts in the direction of motion. It's negative when the force acts opposite to the direction of motion. And it is zero when force acts at right angles. Very, very important summary. Make a note of it.